Welcome to Hyper Profit. I'm Andrew Edwards, and while none of this is financial advice, today I need to talk to you about FSLY, ticker symbol FSLY, and why I think this is one of the best long-term stocks to buy and hold in order to increase your wealth. Now, before we get to that, a quick review of where my portfolio stands. Several of you have requested that I do a quick overview at the beginning of each video, so let's take a look at my gains and losses over time here in this account. So as we can see here on the day, this was a red day for the market. I am down 3%. On the week, down 2.47. On the month, I am up 5.54%. For the past 3 months, I am up 27.79%. For the past year, I am up 36.33%. And for all time, I am up 38%. So if you track those changes going from today and moving backwards, you'll see that the rate and percent of return increases the longer we go back, which is what you want to see when you are doing investing long term. And one more thing, let me go back to my 3 months gains here. The reason that I focus on the percentage return and not the dollar amount return is because the percentage is what matters, 27.77%. It's not about the $85,000 in gains, because that's just relative to how much money I put in. And that number may scare some people away from investing, thinking there's no way I can get that same return unless I put a lot of money into the market. It's about percentages. If you put in just 10% of what I put in using my same strategy, you would be up $8,500 over the past 3 months rather than 85,000. So that would be the same 27.17%, which is a great return, especially for just 90 days. Now, as I like to say, persistent perfection prevents production. Do it first, then do it right. So if you're new to investing and feeling fearful, the best way to learn, in my opinion, is to do your research, which is why I'm glad you're here, and start dipping your toe in the water to learn, because again, persistent perfection prevents production. Don't just wait until you know everything. Go out and get knowledge and start testing. Here, I want to help you produce more income and wealth. Okay. On to FSLY. Anytime I talk about a stock that I own, I show you how I'm doing in that position. FSLY is ticker symbol FSLY, if I pull that up. As you can see here, not a lot of holdings in this portfolio in particular. I own almost 4.5 shares of the company at an average cost of $83.16 for a total loss overall of about $11, down 3.15%. For FSLY in particular, I do own more FSLY in my Webull account, where I take advantage of buying in the pre-market and aftermarket. I highly recommend having a Webull account for that specific reason, so that you can do the same and stop thinking that your trading hours end at 4 p.m. Eastern. I'll leave a link down in the description below. If you sign up, they'll give you a couple of free stocks worth up to $1,600 each, but the real benefit is the extra 8.5 hours of trading you can do per day to catch things before they take off in the morning when the market opens. So as we can see, FSLY is down today by over 15%, which if you're a forward-thinking investor means that it is a good day to buy FSLY on sale. Again, this is a long-term hold. Let me tell you why, but just remember that none of this is financial advice, and you should always do your own research and due diligence. So first, what is FSLY? Simply put, FSLY is a content delivery network that helps users like you and me view digital content more quickly. They provide security, video delivery, and edge computing services to heavy hitters like Slack, Airbnb, Spotify, and Stripe, just to name a few. And just for a very simplified explanation, edge computing means that FSLY helps companies store their content closer to your location. Rather than downloading a file from a server that's 2,000 miles away from you, FSLY will have a copy of that file that may be 50 miles away from you. And that in turn can speed up downloads and lower latency. In an era where video downloading and streaming is growing, and in a year where that growth took a huge step forward, you can probably see why FSLY is an important part of the future of the internet. Now comment below and let me know if you agree with me that FSLY technology is important. I want to see if you understand where I'm going with this. And if you already own FSLY stock, let me know that down below as well. Now FSLY just reported earnings yesterday, which saw revenue of $83 million, which beat analyst expectations of $81.8 million. Now, when you look at the data and how content delivery has been changing, it seems clear that the internet as a whole will look very different in a few years. One of the main changes will be the movement of content and applications closer to you, the user, and there isn't a faster content or application delivery network than FSLY's compute at edge product. So an investment in FSLY is an investment in something that aims to be better. In a lot of cases, better technology doesn't always mean winning technology. technology, things like marketing, branding, etc., can sometimes be better indicators of projected success for a company in general. But in the case of FSLY, they exist in a space that is entirely based on technical specifications and performance. One edge cloud service is better than another simply based on speed, scalability, and security. No one is touching FSLY in these areas. One other point that should be made here, edge computing is a small market today that is going to be huge in a few years. Some estimates see the industry growing 20x in the next 5 years. Now, why is that? Well, as the internet has moved to embrace the centralization of data, the load on the cloud has increased enough to create a new problem. That problem is latency. Latency is the time between a request and a reply from that request. So if you go to YouTube and tap on a video, how long between that tap and the start of the video playing? But that's just watching a video. There are more important issues as it pertains to latency, especially in the coming years. Picture this, a self-driving autonomous car communicating with the cloud when it suddenly faces a dangerous life or death situation. It needs to decide, do I turn left, do I turn right, or do I stop? Now, in this case, latency of even 1 second could be devastating. This isn't just about low latency when playing video games. This is a future play for the new way of life that we'll be seeing in the coming years. Now, potential risks for FSLY include the fact that it will definitely see competition from some of the largest cloud providers in the world, and the best technology only remains the best as long as it stays the best. That said, on red days like today, I'll be picking up even more FSLY to add to my long position, which I plan to hold for at least 5 to 10 years. Now, if you want to pick up FSLY right now, even in the aftermarket, be sure you're using Webull so you aren't left out. Again, link is down in the description below. Let me know what you think of this FSLY stock analysis. Do you want to see more videos like this where I kind of break down my reasoning for the companies that I invest in? Again, let me know down in the description and I will meet you there for further discussion. Thanks so much for watching as always, guys. I appreciate your support. I'm Andru Webbers and I'll catch you in the next episode of Hyper Profit.